I'm going to address this steering wheel. This steering wheel, the leather cover on it is shot, coming off and everything like that. You can buy these lace-up covers for, I don't know, 20 bucks or something like that. So I picked up this cover on Amazon. It's a Karodi. I think they just make up these names. Put some letters together and see what sticks. But anyways, made in China. It is real leather, and it's less than 20 bucks, I believe. So if you need one of these, I'll drop it as a link, and you can pick one up. We'll also let you know how it fits, how it works, and how hard it is to put on. So they give you this little 1.5 page instruction book. I'll tell you, when you're buying stuff on Amazon, you're not paying for the instructions. For instance, it says you can also wear a needle in a space so that the faster sewing side at any time with the hand squeeze adjustment. So good luck making sense of that. But we at least got a few pictures here, so we'll work off the pictures. It looks like basically you just put it on, straighten it up, and start stitching it up. And as I said, I am surprised. It's pretty thick, and it is real leather. You know, kind of smells like a nice wallet or something like that. I was expecting it just to be a piece of junk vinyl, but it is a nice piece of leather. So first step here, we just kind of lay it on. It's got the seam. I want the seam to line up at the bottom, so I'm gonna line this up where our factory seam is, and then you just kind of work it onto the steering wheel. It is pretty tight, and so just take a little time working it on there. So I'm just taking a little bit of time here to make sure it all lines up. I did have to stretch it a little bit to get it to fit on this wheel, but I actually like that because I want it to be nice and tight. And other than that, it seems to be pretty good. I took a little extra time to line up this bottom seam because I know that'll annoy me if that's in the wrong place. So I took it off a few times, tried to put it on from the top first, and then I realized if I really wanted to line up that bottom seam, I needed to just put the bottom on first and then work the top on. All right, next up, they give you a couple of these giant kind of upholstery needles and some of this kind of like waxed thread, I guess you could say. It's super thick stuff, and you're going to be stitching it on. The nice part is they already put a kind of a full stitch all the way around here, and so they're telling you to stitch through these stitches instead of trying to come through the leather in order to stitch it up. And they say you can either do every one or you can do every other one. The instructions, they seem to think it doesn't really matter. The first step is that you're supposed to actually stitch this on the inside and tie a knot, and then begin to work your way from there around the steering wheel. And now I'm going to start stitching it around. So I got a little bit done here and a couple lessons so far. I'm only stitching from one side, so I'm bringing the needle through from this side straight across, and then pulling it tight, bringing the needle all the way over back to this side again, and just keep running them sort of from where I'm sitting towards the gas pedal. I'm not stitching back and forth, I'm just going the one direction. That makes it a lot easier because coming back this way, it's really hard to see the other side. Also, I'm just laying the leather down, and so when I put it through this first side here, I'm just holding the leather down flat and running it through the second one, and holding the string tight so that it doesn't get kind of all loose along the seam there. String super long, just try not to get it in a knot. On the very first stitch, I got it in a big knot, and that took a little while, so. All right, so we got it all stitched up all the way around. I think it looks really, really good. Nice and tight. Fits really well. We had all this was kind of destroyed all along here. Nice smooth leather now, great grip, fit really well, stitched up nice. And now I just got this back stitch here. I just kind of finished here and then came back over here. This is where I started, so I tightened that up a little bit, and then I kind of sewed it in and tied it in a few knots along the back of this, and then I'm just going to tuck that in on the back side. I'm just going to go ahead and tuck it under the leather there to kind of hold it. But yeah, I think it looks amazing. I mean, for the price, I was expecting a lot lower quality, but it's a great fix if you got a steering wheel. I was actually planning on replacing this steering wheel. That's how bad it was, and now it looks beautiful. No reason to replace it. So great product. I highly recommend it. We'll drop the link down there if you're looking for a similar thing, but just takes time. Probably took an hour and a half, something like that. Got faster as we went. Probably first 20-30 minutes right here in the bottom section, and then really got moving on the later parts, and probably could do another one now in half the time. Kind of one of those skills that you learn. This was the first one I've ever done. Not an upholsterer, more of a mechanic, but looks great. So check it out. If you need it, go ahead and pick it up. Thanks for watching. Keep firing them up.